Okay. Facebook, please permit us to play our music for today. Thank you, Facebook.
Oh, grab a moderate one. Oh, Mambo, onye bụ obi ahụ sie n'anya aka nwunye onye isi ahụ onye isi gụga ya ahụ ụzọ aka onye isi ọpụtara gị mkpara sarị onye isi ọpụtara gị mkpara sarị obodo kwenu mkpọrọ mkpọrọ kwa obodo kwenu mkpọrọ mkpọrọ kwa gbapụrụ kwa onye isi ọpụtara gị mkpara sarị
Amadi, Amadi, thank you. Thank you, my people. Thank you. Onyishi, Oku Alagị Mkpara, the blind man that behaves like the deaf. He can only use his staff or the stick, the walking stick, the guide, to hit left and right. When he hits you, a blind man does not see. So what is happening in our land? They said, Okwa, n'ọkụkọ. Okwa was crying, and ọkụkọ asked Okwa why Okwa was crying. Ọkụkọ na-ajụ Okwa, ka ihe mere iji na-ebe akwa? Okwa gwa ọkụkọ si na ụmụaka gara n'ime ọhịa gachiri akwa Okwa. Ọkụkọ si biko nwunye m, nwa Okwa, ndo, sorry, because what you are seeing today is just happening to you. But you know, ọkụkọ has suffered a lot. Ọ ka nwa ọkụkọ njọ maka na ndị mmadụ bịa ha ewurie akwa ọkụkọ. Ndị ga-achụ aja bịa ha ewere akwa ọkụkọ. Agwọpụ ayelo ọkụkọ, ụmụ ọkụkọ, lee akwa ya, lee ihe niile. Everything. Ọkụkọ is suffering. Ọkụkọ means chicken. So people are crying that the agitation in southeast Nigeria, that people who are agitating are committing whatever they put it. The true factor is these people that are agitating has nothing. They don't have gun. They don't have ammunition. They just say, let us be. And the people who are killing us are still complaining that they are being the ones that are killed. But they are the ones holding our brother, holding our leader, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. They are holding him captive for more than 2 years. He did not commit any crime. There is nothing that he did that was outside the law of self-defense. There is nothing that he did that was outside the law of freedom. advocating for the freedom of his people. And we are talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, that people are holding captive. And recently we have heard that he is sick. Well, being sick has been long. We know that he has been sick. They have put all manner of infections inside his cell. Now, the recent one we had since last week was that he was unable to open his eyes. He was unable to talk. People will say that I am coming out late since it happened last week to talk. Yes, at least you heard about it last week. I'm here to remind you that he is still sick. He is still unable to move. He is still in critical condition. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And we are telling the Nigerian government and the Southeast governors, Southeast elite, Southeast OHANAEZE Ndigbo, now the leaders of the Southeastern Nigeria, we are reminding you that Mazi is still in a critical condition. You must let the Nigerian government release him, and release him now. Because, excuse me, because if anything happened to Mazi, the heat of whatever that will happen will consume, you know, you people know what you are talking. It will consume all of you. It will consume. The fire that will generate from whatever you people are planning will consume each and every one of you. You better release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and release him now. You still have the chance. You still have the time. Bring him out. Hand him over to us. Let us take him to the hospital and help him recuperate. Let nothing happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. My name is Nwada Rosemary Williams, aka the Amazon. Today is October 4th of October 2023. Ụbọchị ọnwa iri gbara mkpụrụ ụbọchị anọ n'ime afọ 2023. N'ụbọchị taa wụ ahịa Orie Market. So I am calling on OHANAEZE Ndigbo and the Southeastern governors. Rise up, bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The music I played today, I know what I played. People were running around on Monday screaming that they were on the streets of Biafra on the day that Biafra were observing sit at home. The Nigerian government agents set their agents on a mission to go outside and commit crime and say that is the Biafran people, the agitators. Whereas they know that they are the ones that committed those atrocities. But then, the only thing I can say is sorry, Ndonu. The people that were, on the streets of Biafra on a sit-at-home day, I will not pity you. I will not console you. The Ndo that I said is the Ndo that came from Nnamdi's song. Nnamdi said, Onye Ishokutara gị mkpara, sorry. If you are in a way of a blind person who is annoyed, who is not happy, and the blind person was doing the guide like this, the stick that guides him like this, whoever that guide reaches, you take it. The music said that a blind man with annoyance flicking his guides is acting like death itself, because the blind man does not see. Death does not see. But death can reach the young, the old, the rich, the poor, the ordained, the sinners. Anybody that is in the way of the death, when the death is passing by, it sweep you off. If you people have not heard, if you people are still in doubt, if you people do not know what is happening, unless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, there is no movement in southeast, in Biafra land. In Biafra, we say Biafra, the whole of Biafra, but in particular the southeasterners. No movement na IGBO in particular. IGBO in Biafra land, every Monday from 6 to 6. If you think that is the day you will sell the market that you have not sold in the past 3 years, and then it's on that Monday that you are coming to sell it, whatever you see, that's whatever you get. Nobody will pity you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released. I have to play, let me see if this will play, to show you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is sick. And his sickness, we say, everybody should put your mouth and make sure that Mazi is released. But if they are not released...
Hello, fellow Biafrans and people that are watching this program across the world. All my subscribers, viewers across the world, wherever you are watching this program, I welcome you. Today is a very important message I want to pass. It's a very difficult time for us. This is a very serious issue. It's not something that we have to joke about. And it is something that has to do with the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We got an information through the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Exile that the situation of our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is critical. This is the latest information we got. It is a breaking news. And when we say critical, it is not a joking matter. This is a very serious issue. And from the way things are happening, nobody knows what is going to happen the next minute. With the seriousness of the write-up that our Prime Minister put up on his Twitter handle, it calls for attention of the people of the world. Everybody across the world, wherever you are watching from, must get information and know what is happening. This is an alarm raised by our Prime Minister. And the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Exile is not somebody who just say anything. He doesn't, when it comes to propaganda or blackmail, he doesn't use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for a joke. Anything he says about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is accurate. He doesn't miss words. He doesn't play with words when it comes to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu issue. For him to come and write about the serious condition of the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a joke. And the way he wrote it, I'm going to read it out for you to see how serious it is. In his own platform, he wrote, breaking, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is seriously down, can't open his eyes, can't speak. His condition is very critical, and I am raising the alarm of danger on his life to 80%. He is raising the alarm of the danger in the health of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to 80%. You know what that means? If you are in the health side, if you are you know something about health, when somebody said that somebody's health is at risk, and he's raising the alarm up to 80%, you should know how serious it is. It is no longer a joke. And he went further to say, and from scale of 1 to 10, I put it at 8. Scale of 1 to 10, he put it to 8. The risk of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu losing his life, he put it at 8. This is a very serious issue. He said, I will put it to the politicians and those who participated in the kidnap and extraordinary rendition, that there will be no hiding place for you and everything around you. It is a very serious situation. Those of us Biafrans, lovers of freedom across.
Okay, I know sometimes it freezes on my side, but I believe that you people had our brother give that information this last week, and then Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health. He was unable to open his eyes. He was unable to, we don't know how much responsive he was. So according to this brother that gave this information, said that Mazi Simon Ekpa, from the first-hand information he received, it said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health alarm was raised up to 80%. That's 8 out of 10, which is very, very critical. So we are asking people, the people who know how to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, you better bring him out now that he's still breathing. You better bring him out now that he is still alive. Now we can still take him to the hospital and take good care of him and resuscitate him and make sure that he's still with us. Because if anything happens, it will not be well with whoever that has a hand in his health issue. So I will hold this one in my hand and then play it, because the information in it is bigger than the one that you can place on the side that I'm clipping from the computer. So I will just hold this, and you hear from one of our chiefs, Chief Dan Olasi, who was interviewed at the AIT television on October 1. That's about 3 days ago. And we have to hear him. I may not play this all the way, but I will play this particular one to let you know that the information we got about a week ago concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health issue, if you can put them side by side, you will see that this particular interview, throws more light to it. Because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has called for Chief Dan Olasi to come, and then we heard that his health deteriorated to the extent that he could not even open his eyes, and then Chief Olasi went and was unable to see him. So when you put the two together, you will know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health is not okay. So let's hear him. This from AIT news report. So I'm going to play it now. And then I will also call in on all these people that are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and all the people that, especially the Igbo governors, and the Nigerian whatever. So we want you people to make sure that you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before it is too late for you. It says this is AIT Kakaki news channel or television. So let's hear. Come on, that's not the one. Kakaki.
You're looking at my trading account right now. You can see I'm up $84,500 on the year. And
with us, of course, it's time to begin our first conversation for today, and our talking point will be on the Southeast political situation and a security situation as well as the economic situation, because everything that's happening is actually affecting every sphere of that Southeast region. We do have one of the prominent Southeast political leaders, Chief Dan Olase, who on Monday again visited the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. He has done that before, so he'll be leading us into what transpired this time around and the results of the initial visit. Thank you so much. Chief Dan Olase is here with us to tell us all of this. Thank you very much, Chief, and welcome to the
program.
program.
And thanks for having me.
All right. You've been there before. You went again. Some people would say after your first visit, by now, maybe things would have gone down, maybe security-wise at the Southeast, and then probably the release of Nnamdi Kanu would have happened from all your engagements. What's going on?
Well, I have to explain first that I didn't plan to come for this visit. So only on Saturday, I've had an emergency meeting message that he wanted to see me. So I had to rearrange all the protocols I had for the weekend, and then I was lucky to have a flight on Sunday. So yesterday I went, but rather unfortunately, I was there with his father-in-law and one of the attorneys. For one reason or the other, I didn't see him. And we waited till about 4 o'clock. The father-in-law saw him. He continued asking where is his uncle. He wants to see him, But let that be as it is. I didn't see him, but at least the messages he wanted to discuss with me were sent across to his father-in-law. So, but I decided that I'll come back next week. We are taking him to Supreme Court. He asked that I should try at least come to Supreme Court so that he can see me.
So why would you think he was not allowed to see you?
That is what I don't want.
Because I know you've been there before and you saw him and you discussed with him, isn't it?
And I praised the DSS for a good job. Yesterday too, they received me well. I don't know what happened because we were 3 on the list, and by the judgment of Mrs. Yanko of which of the courts, 3 people are supposed to see him, and that they must see him. So, and nobody told me any reason why I could not see him yesterday, And he continued telling them from inside that his uncle was waiting and he wanted to see me, but I couldn't see him. But be that as it may, the father-in-law passed on the message because he wanted to discuss where we stopped the last time, how far the messages he had me to pass on to our people, especially the sit at home on Monday, what is going on, the level of violence, what do we do? And it is painful that a boy who is in that languishing in such an environment is thinking about the well-being of his people. I became very emotional about it, I don't think our people understand what that young man is passing through. Very brilliant. And when I use the word brilliant, I use it in all its, forms. Very brilliant, well-spoken young man. And what is his crime? His crime that he's asking of justice, fairness, equity for his people. And like I normally say, there will be no peace without justice anywhere in the world. You know, you need to have a recognition. You can see all the things being written in the papers. Is Nnamdi Kanu responsible for what is happening bandits? Is he responsible for Boko Haram? Is he responsible for S-Men? You know, the whole country is blood down now. And like I was discussing with my former PRP members, you know, just about 2 years ago before he died, Dr. Junaidu Mohammed, who all did PRP. You know, we laid Aminu Kano at Enugu Airport in 1979 after he came for Southeast tour. And I asked him a particular question. You know, Aminu Kano turned and said, Dan, that was the day he made me his special advisor for the whole East. He said, Dan, Igbos are not capable of a revolution because those who build don't destroy. Your people have done so much in this country that they can. But any day we see crisis, bloodletting, violence in the north, let us know that that's the beginning of the end of Nigeria and that we should watch it. Dr. Junaidu Mohammed reminded me this a few months before he died. He said, this is what is happening in the north. And everybody appears to be nonchalant about it. People are now being killed. And you remember in this program about 2 years ago, I said we're approaching the level of Afghanistan. So every news now is 200 killed, 100 killed, kidnapped. This is the normal news in Nigeria. And tell me how a president will go from India to Dubai to New York, asking people to come and invest where? You would have expected that this president would have sat down, looked at the Nigerian problem. What is the iPod problem? What is it that they are demanding? There's nothing dialogue cannot sort out. And Buhari dumped this boy for the past how many years in cell? That is the legacy of Buhari. No discussion, military, they are killing everybody everywhere in this country now. Is that the peace? Is that the environment where investors will bring in their money? So I find it difficult really to know where we're going because I don't know where we're coming from at this point in time.
All right, so Dan, I know that a few months ago, I think between the end of July and 1st of August, you saw Nnamdi Kanu,
Yes.
and you know, from your conversations with us within that period, it lasted over an hour, and you discussed very important things that had to do with the Southeast security. You also said that later on details will be given. Now you've come, and even though you didn't see him in person, you still had the messages passed on to you.
Yes.
Now, in terms of solutions moving forward, I hear you talk about, you know, the need to get him out, the need to actually find, you know, some sort of lasting solution that will border on peace and mediation. However, in this administration, from the body language of His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has there been any further engagement going forward since that trip to be able to engage and for them to understand what needs to be done in order for him to be released to increase the safety of the lives of people in the Southeast?
The problem at the moment is I don't know who's in charge. Absolutely, I don't know who's in charge in this government because the president is not in the country. So you don't really know, is it Wajabiamila that is in control or somebody else? Because if the guy was somewhere sitting down to understudy, even though it's his party that ran the affairs of this country for 8 years, but he wasn't part of that government in the true sense of being part of a government. He was the leader of the party, but he wasn't in the executive, so to speak. He would have sat down, like I said earlier, to know what are really the problems of this country. Encouraged to go and kill security forces? Does the security man you kill, would it make it easier to release Nnamdi Kanu? You see, there are localized problems being engineered by factors we cannot explain immediately. This is why I would expect that if our 5 governors can sit down and tell themselves the truth and organize some serious-minded legislators at the federal level, especially with the deputy speaker of the federal house, we have people. They can sit down this president and talk to him. Let it be the beginning of something. Release this young man. There's nothing Nnamdi Kanu has done that is unknown to law.
All right, Lastly, I'll just step in here a bit for us to pray for indulgence. We'll take a quick break and bring you Kaka.
There is nothing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done that is unknown to law. Release him and then achieve at least 90% peace in southeastern Nigeria. And if you do not want to release him, do not call us and say, stop the sit at home. If you do not want to release him, whatever you see, you take. And anybody that is crying that there is a crisis, you check the okwa and you check the okoko. Now it's like they have used the Igbos as if we are the okoko. So everywhere we go, anyị na-ịga n'ugwu ha egbu anyị, anyị na-ịga na ndịda ha egbu anyị, anyị na-ịga n'aka nri ha egbu anyị, anyị na-ịga n'aka ekpe ha egbu anyị. You go to the all the detentions, all the prisons, everywhere in Nigeria today, they are kidnapping youths of Igbo descent. They kidnap left and right. They put us in the detention. We did not do anything. We did not cause them any problem. But still, they give the Boko Haram, the herdsmen, the ISIS, they give them ammunition, they give them guns and bullets, they give them AK-47, AK-48, AK-49, and AK whatever to come and kill us. And they tell us that we do not have the power, that we do not have the authority to protect ourselves. Who said that? Who are you to tell us that we cannot protect ourselves? Who do you think you are to tell us that the Igbos, the Biafrans at large, cannot protect themselves? Who are you? Who born you? If you come to our land to cause trouble, if you come to our land to kill us, if you come to our land to think that you are coming to exterminate our race, we will exterminate you first if we have the capacity to do that. And Nigerian government should let Mazi Nnamdi go. There is nothing that he has done that is unknown to law. The law permits self-defense. The law permits freedom. Freedom of everything. The right to speak. The right to move around. Freedom and to have your own independence. So anybody that want to kill us, that want to cage us because we want to defend our lives, we want to defend our home, we want to defend our property, everything we have, and you want to bring invaders, outsiders to come and stay in our land, in our own home and kill us, that person, you are dreaming. Because the land belongs to us. We did not come to your place to kill you. We never go to your places and say you should not live in your own land. For you to come to our land and say we cannot live, we cannot breathe, the sand of our land will kill you. The air in our land will kill you. The water you drink from our land will kill you. The eye that you use to see the people in our land will kill you. The bushes, the thorns, the animals in our land will kill you. Because we did not kill you in your own land, and you come to our homeland to kill us, the land that you are walking upon will kill you. Nigerian government, release Mazi Nnamdi and release him now. And for anybody, I don't care, somebody screaming, oh, it's happening, we are just coming out to sell, oh, we are just coming out to sell, oh. Today is Monday in Igbo land. Today is Monday, and today is a sit at home. We just come out to sell, and our goods have been poured out. You are lucky that it's only your goods that were poured out to the sand. Next time, on Monday, sit in your house. And if you want to sell on Monday, tell your governors to bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out when there is still time. Ugbu a bụ oge. Ugbu a bụ oge. Echi dị anya o, because mụ na-akpọfu ahụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nna m rara ihe ụwa jeke bụ. Ebe ka anyị ga-akwụsị n'ụbọchị taa. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health is in critical condition, and we are calling the Nigerian government and their allies to release him. You release him because he did nothing to you. And then if you do not release him, and anything happens to him while he is in your custody, it will never go well with Nigerian government. Already Nigeria has crumbled, but we are going then to incinerate it. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and release him now. Thank you.